There was this feeling and this idea that we should be developing and making and producing our own work.
Miss Virginia came about as an idea from one of our supporters. In order for it to be finished the way that we would want, we really had to develop it and produce it ourselves.
What we were able to do with that is inspire other parents who saw themselves up on the big screen and said, I want that kind of educational freedom for my children.
We've made a lot of true stories in MPI. You can see these things really happened. These problems and assaults on human freedom, and the person it happened to is an executive producer on the film.
There was a lot of anxiety about sharing my story. MPI understood the sensitivity. They had me involved in the project.
You have touched my heart like nobody's business.
And it's not like they produced one feature film and 5 years later produced another feature film. They've really managed to create a pipeline, which I think is really important.
Great example are the Bragg brothers.
We had helped them develop and produce a piece of cake, and as a result of that, we said, hey, come up with some ideas. We'd love to work with you on your first feature. And Pinball came out of that.
Skill. Looks like you got everything under control.
None of this would have happened without MPI. I can't think of another place that does this.
I didn't feel unprepared in any way. I knew we had so many people around us supporting us every step of the way.
Always the chicken or the egg scenario of you can't really make a feature until you've made a feature. And so for me to be able to go through that with MPI and make my first feature was like a major part, I think, in investors believing that I could do it.
I did their directing workshop, I've done their editing workshop, their cinematography workshop, their lunches, their social engagements, and it all led to me finally getting my first feature film, which was Motherland.
Talk about the collaborative element of it. I mean, a lot of the PAs were filmmakers, you know, and they're all aspiring directors or writers or producers or all the above, and I think, oh, this is fantastic.
Even though I have my screenwriting MFA, I feel like I really got my onset education from MPI. And if it wasn't for all those opportunities, I really wouldn't be where I am today.
I felt like the things that I learned in school, like I learned twice over, like 4 times, just being on a single day on set with MPI.
You are reaching these starved audiences for something truly original.
I mean, it was incredible to see the movie with audiences, hear people laughing, you'd hear people cheering.
Some of the films that MPI has produced itself helped to change people's minds and hopefully change policy.
After so many years of advocating for Michelle West, putting her character in the film would ultimately, you know, lead to her freedom. I'm forever indebted to MPI.
Seeing laws change after Freedom Hair came out, seeing people change their perspective and become activists in their own right after Miss Virginia came out. All of these are huge things that can at times be hard to quantify, but are so deeply meaningful and are changing the world on a level that a white paper just can't do.